Hey, how everybody doing? This is Mr. Maurer, Coffee Chug, however you know me. Just a quick little intro. What I'm about to show you are my students, fourth and fifth grade students, who had a short amount of time working on a Pringle Chip Challenge project, in which I'll share a link on the blog post that this video will be submitted on, so you can go back and see all the regulations. But basically, students had to take a Pringle chip, and without modifying the chip in any single way, they had to create a container for it to be mailed off to until three states. We've got Arkansas, New Hampshire, and Michigan. The rules are that they can only allow to use computer paper, masking tape, straws, and one-ply cardboard, such as like a cereal box or like a postcard, not a postcard, but like a note card. Cardstock, basically, is what I'm looking for there. Um, and they're going to be graded on a equation once the chip arrives, based on the intactness of the chip, if it's in perfect condition or if it's cracked or chipped, and point values go down accordingly, um, as well as the volume and the mass of their container. So the smaller and the less it weighs, and the more perfect condition the chip's in, the higher their score is going to be. So this proved to be a real critical thinking challenge for them, as they had to kind of figure out how in the world they're going to make it work. The minimum size was 3 inches by 5 inches, so it could be mailed in the post office. I mailed off all 12 packages on Friday afternoon. And so each package roughly cost about $2 to mail off, so not terrible. And what I'm going to show you here is I had each student step onto the hallway without a teacher, and I basically told them what I wanted them to explain was their thought process, talk about what they created, why they created it, why they think it's going to work, and the issues along the way that they had. They only had a couple minutes to record, and like I said, we did not send a teacher out there. I wanted them to be able to articulate on their own without kind of being prompted by questions. What I think is going to be incredibly important for these students for their future. It's one thing to be able to think. It's a whole nother thing to be able to articulate your thoughts and get your ideas out, whether it's verbally or in written form. And so this is just a practice opportunity for them to be able to express the ideas they had, and see how it came about. So you'll see each group here at work here. I'll show one at a time, and at the end I'll show a little slideshow of all the finished packages and the pictures and stuff that I took along the way. So without further ado, here are the students explaining their projects on their own without any prompts, and then following that, images of their construction along the way, and then the packages before I mailed them out. I will do a follow-up video once we Skype with these schools to see how our chips survived or didn't survive, so you can see the results from this. So this is basically the intro as we anxiously await to see if our packages do arrive. I hope you enjoy. As always, leave comments, questions, concerns, any of that good stuff in the comments, either on the blog or the YouTube video, and we'll be sure to address those and get back to you as a class. Thanks. Here we go.
I'm Rayanne.
And I'm Caitlin.
This is our Pringle Box. We have straws supporting it up, and we have a box inside of the box.
And inside of the box, we have a cylinder, like right here. And then we made our own bubble wrap out of paper, cut up straws, and our scratch paper, basically. And then we put our Pringle inside of it. And to test it, we took a bunch of textbooks and dropped it on. And we learned that we couldn't do a little of tape because our box came undone.
And the sides came apart and it got smushed. So we made a new box exactly like it, except we used more tape on the sides to hold it up a little better. And we used the straws a little bit differently.
And this is our Pringle box.
The end. Bye.
Gordon.
Okay, so this is our design.
Here.
for our roof, we have these straws to support it. And in here, there's like
little like
packing peanuts,
Show 'em a packing peanut, guys.
homemade packing peanuts.
And then confetti. It's just paper.
Yeah, and we have a lot of support straws, so if it crushes, the book crushes it this way.
That's what I made.
This way, won't go. This way.
We're gonna put two like things in it, so they're like that, so they're
And
holding
then
it up.
show 'em
And
the
then this is the coffin for the chip, and the chip goes right in there, and there's a couple of packing peanuts, some packing peanuts, and then it just goes up and down. And then on the sides, there's little straws, so it's like a bumper car, like when the bumper car, like if something runs into this, then it'll just
bounce off.
and then there's some on the bottom, too.
All right. Here, Ben. Here, here. Can I see this? Also, in here, Ben made these for the sides. It can crush, and then that's a design. And then he made some of those for the bottom to set the coffin on.
Yeah.
We'll take out that straw and put the coffin under it. And that straw is also so it won't bounce up and hit the top and break. And then on the bottom, we used a lot of these, and Ben took those, so also, if you do it like that, it doesn't crush. The packing peanuts are so it just doesn't roll around, and that is our design.
This is our box. To construct it, at first, Sophie, he constructed the cardboard outside, and we both constructed a different box. Sophie constructed a more protective cardboard box, while I made one out of cardstock. Then we decided to put ours together. I put mine inside of hers, so it was even more protective. And she made a case for the chip, to put the chip in.
And inside here is our first layer is my box. The outer layer is my box. No, the outer layer is my box, and then Stephanie's box inside of it, and then we made a case to put inside of it, and we put straws on the edges so it wouldn't rain into it.
For cushioning.
Yep, and we also put the chip inside the case, and we cut up little pieces of straws for extra protection.
Like packing peanuts.
Okay, this is our box. Thank you for watching.
A video about our box. Okay, this is my box. At first, I was going to make a tower out of it, and I was going to do that, but then I decided it'd be a little more safer to do it down like this.
Like me and Sophie did for our box.
Exactly. It was kind of hard to do this, but I decided that this is safer and more protective than making it a tower. After a few times
when you
of
tested
testing,
it, what happened the first time?
at first it standed up for two books, for one book on it and then a different book on it, but then both of them together, that smashed it. So I decided this would be safer.
Good.
And cut.
And what did you change to your box when you found out that it crashed it?
Well, I decided that a tower wouldn't be the safest thing, but doing this would be a lot safer because it wouldn't crash as easier.
Okay, thank you.
We made 2 cylinders for our Pringle challenge, and
We started out with nothing inside, and it got smushed. So, and the Pringle chip cracked. So we added straws on the inside of it.
no, that's not why I got smushed.
To help with the padding.
And then
we added this top because someone in our group had a hole in this.
Yeah,
And
we had to add this.
It got smushed when we dropped 2 books on it.
And when we dropped 2 books on it right here, the chip survived. So we're thinking it'll probably
And
work.
both times it survived, but when we dropped it like this, we got smushed a little and the chip survived, so we made it sturdier. And then also we added this because this didn't hold up that good.
And we wanted more support
Yeah, so we put this on.
to make it taller
It's
too.
really, really sturdy. So
It makes it taller too.
Yeah. And it weighs about 49.5 grams.
Yeah. The height is what? Our height is 14 centimeters. No, it's 18 centimeters. And
doesn't weigh that much,
It
so.
weighs 49.4, not 5. We're hoping it survives all the way to whatever school we're sending it to in the U.S. So, yeah.
How do you stop it?
Press the red button.
Anyway, we have this container for a Pringle chip. Right here is some about 6 by 4 inch cards. So we used these since our old structure was too small, since it wasn't even, so I cut it too small. So and then after in here we taped it closed, but we would show you if we didn't. But if you pull this and it wasn't taped, it would open, and then there would be a box inside it about this big. Would you guys agree? This about this big. It has a frame of straws. It has a lid that part you can pull off and then open the thing. But it's going to have a million straws in there and a chip in the middle. You can see part of the chip, it's not. Like and you can hear it, but you explain what you thought of it.
You pretty much said it all.
Anything else to say, Aiden?
Well, let's say why we thought of this, why we did this.
You said we did this so that we could open it easier, and also if it gets smashed, it will smash through this before it gets to our other box.
How do you think you're gonna do?
We're pretty sure we tested it with our small box before we had this, and no matter how high I dropped it or how hard I shaked it, like I can shake it hard as I could right now and it wouldn't break. Since that's
Did
why
you
we
test
had straws,
that
it's practically like the packing peanuts. And
So how many straws are about in there? Did you fill it up all the way, or?
We did have a straw. Yeah, we practically filled it all the way. We did have a straw frame also. So we had at least over 20 straws in here.
Okay.
We were thinking about putting it, like the whole thing full,
But we ran out of straws.
since everybody copied us and used the
Oh yeah, right.
I'm just kidding. Everybody used the packing peanuts. So we worked.
Well, not packing peanuts, but straws
Yeah,
to make.
and cut them in packing peanuts and really it's like this big. So we were going to do straws right here, but we only had 3 straws left, and that wasn't even close enough. So we needed at least 6 or 5 to do
Okay.
it. So would you like to turn it over? Okay. Yeah, we're done. Bye.